Hi, my name is Daryl Garrett. This is Pastor D's Thoughts. A few hours ago, I happened into a restaurant and I saw somebody that I knew sitting at a table, and I went over and started talking with them, and they invited me to sit down with them, and they had a guest with them as well. We were talking about some different things, and I started sharing about how God had been blessing and some things that had happened in my life, and in the process talked about also some of the struggles that have gone on with our church and the battles we fought with the insurance and so forth. But as I was talking, this person that was with them asked me, said, "Why do you talk so much about God? It seems like every time I've ever been around you," they said, "you've been talking about God, about the church, and about things of that nature." And I said, "Well, first and foremost," I said, "I am a born-again Christian and a servant of God." And I said, "And as a profession, I happen to be a pastor." And they said, "Yeah, but is that all there is to talk about is God?" And I said, "Well, maybe you don't seem to understand." I said, "But serving God is the most important thing in my life. My relationship with the Lord is more important than anything else." And they said, "Even your wife, your children?" I said, "I love my wife and I love my children." I said, "But God comes first." They were a little taken back. And even my friend who had invited me over to the table asked me about it. And I said, "Well, in the book of Psalms, chapter 9, it says there, 'I will praise the Lord with my whole heart, and I will tell of his wondrous deeds,' or the things that he has done for me." You know, when you're a child of God, that really ought to be the most common denominator of all your conversations. The thing that you talk about the most shouldn't really be about the latest television show or the latest happening or politics or, there's nothing wrong with talking about those things. I said, but the most important thing should be the Lord. I have a saying that my church has heard me say so many times, that you are not a physical body that just happens to have a spirit. But the truth of the matter is, you are a spirit that is temporarily living in this body. You see, one day, this body is going to die. For every one of us, that is true. And for every one of us, it is also true that the spirit is going to live on. The question is, where is that spirit going to live? Well, for me, it's pretty important that I know my destination, and I do. My destination is heaven. The Bible tells me that already I am a citizen of heaven. So it's only natural that I talk about home. I want to ask you today to think about that. What do you talk the most about? People who know me know I love to debate about politics. I love baseball. Get me talking about my St. Louis Cardinals and the conversation is on. But get me talking about the Lord, and I can't shut up. Give me an opportunity to witness and tell of his goodness, and I will jump on that opportunity every time, because that is the most important thing to me. And more than anything else, I want to make my Lord known. I want to make his deeds known to people who are hurting, dying, and looking for an answer. Many of these people don't even know they're looking for an answer, but they are. Their life is filled with questions, and we have the answer. If you're a child of God, I want to encourage you to ask yourself, what is it that I talk the most about? If you don't know Jesus, I want to ask, what are you waiting for? As I just said, we're all going to die. We're going to live somewhere in eternity. Your destination is up to you. God bless you. Come back and see me again at Pastor D's Thoughts.